Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here, the brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shop video today. Today gonna go out, take a few things, come out, take a few things are on sale. Today though, new release-wise, there's a couple of new things. There's a few catalog releases, and I know I saw there's gonna be a few new things releasing on Steelbook at Walmart today. I think like the Twisters double feature one, and a couple others. But the main new things today was the Lilo and Stitch live action. That's coming out today, and I saw there's gonna be a Steelbook for that one, as well as Karate Kid Legends is releasing as well. Also, though, at the end of this video is going to be a bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for some things I received a review and talk about for you guys. So definitely stay tuned for those as well. Also, too, guys, thanks again for all of you who have been checking out Desert Fiends on Tubi. I really appreciate it. And thank you again, guys, too, who, it's so hot out today, but thank you again, guys, too, who have been liking the film on Tubi as well. I know that's a really important thing. Like on Tubi, you can, I know I always bring this up, but I know it's really important because basically the way it works is, the more people go to the link on Tubi and like the film, the more it gets spread around, and then it kind of like it gets recommended under more films and stuff like that. So thanks again, guys, to those of you who've been checking out the movie and liking it, because it has definitely been a huge help to spread the movie around, and that's ultimately the goal with the movie, is just to get it around and seen by as many people as possible. So thank you guys for helping with that. But anyway, though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into the first Target we go. And I know some of the stores are starting to put out the Halloween stuff. I was at the one Walmart and I saw they had a lot of the boxes and had probably like maybe 30% of the items out, but it was like pretty much just like a couple like bags of candy and a few random things. So we'll see if any of the stores today have the full Halloween stuff out, because I know they're basically kind of switching all over now. I haven't seen any Target start to though, so we'll see. The same with them, it's just like a couple candy things. New book wise, this one might not have been here before. I always try to see what changed out, but we'll go to the actual section, see if anything different toy wise as well though. We shall see. But yeah, taking a look back here though, it hasn't changed out in this location for a while. I do notice though, sometimes if you randomly look on the bottoms, those Return Living Dead barrels, some of the locations, I wasn't like looking good enough, and they kind of would shove them like in these kind of spots. So if any of you guys are looking for those Return Living Dead barrels and can't find them, always check like in these spots and kind of behind stuff, because sometimes they put them down there. This I'm noticing, I think is new. I don't remember this Terrence and Phillip one. At least I don't remember seeing that like last Tuesday here. Other than that though, not really seeing anything else different. They have a bunch though of the Jaws and the Ben Cooper ones. There's going to be some new ones coming out soon as well, but doesn't look like anything else too different. They have some of these metal Wednesday ones over here too. Yeah, over here though, when it comes to like the McFarlane ones, nothing different. It's still pretty much these same ones. And they always have so many of this Nightmaster one. You always see so many of that one, but yet nothing really too different. Still no sign whatsoever of the new Simpsons. I've seen people now finally showing pictures of finding like the Troy McClure and like Miss Krabappel and a couple of them. So hopefully I'll come across them though. We shall see. But in here though, I did notice a couple different new turtle things. Like this is a new turtle car, like this Sewer Spewer one, this one, and then these are new. They have like a line of these ones that are like the Flingers, and they're like kind of like bigger, like weirdly larger the way they look, but they like I guess can fling the weapons and put them back into like their backpack and stuff like that. I remember back in the day they did ones like that of the old original line. Into the first Walmart we go. So I have not peeked in here yet, so I don't know if they've changed anything out yet. I do hear that Zamboni going, and usually it's kind of going on its own, so you have to be really careful, because all of a sudden the Zamboni could just like run into you. But let's see if things were switched out, because there should be a couple things changed today, but we shall see if they, oh no, not looking good. See, everything there is totally empty. You can see the spots like Conjuring. That was one of the ones that was the 4K today. Twisters, Spirited Away. I guess there's going to be something new Steelbook wise for that. And then over here, King of Kings. What is this? Lilo and Stitch, Karate Kid. So it has the spots for everything. Let's see though, was there anything in the actual section here too that they were going to switch out in here? No, it doesn't look like anything new was changed here. They did switch out this though, the horror kind of spot they have for Halloween. So they did put out the Chucky one sold, Terrifier 3 is going to be part of it, and Texas Chainsaw Halloween, Creep Show is a season 4. Leprechaun collection. Randomly, the Love Bites, Love at First Bite, and Once Bitten. These are fun, really fun movies. And then they have like Monsters, Conjuring collection. So kind of a random mixture of things in here. But in here today, guys, they had two of the different figures in here. Just wanted to show you guys. This is one I know a lot of people were looking for. They had a whole bunch of them over there. The Spirit Spider one, and same with this one. They had a bunch over there as well for the Spider-Man, this Sandman one. I think there was another one too, like one of the other villains they were releasing as well. I didn't see that one over there as well. I'm kind of filming over here in the section because right there, like there was like a speaker right underneath of it, and they were playing like really loud music right there. But yeah, pretty cool though. It looks like they switch out a bunch of the other ones. They did have one of the other ones. I forgot to bring it over here, but I'll be showing it to you now as well, that they had over there too. Like I was saying, guys, they're sort of starting to put out the Halloween stuff, so you can see like some of the things are out. They have like a few of the sporadic costumes and stuff like that. So that's kind of how it is right now. Some over here, there's some books for bad guys. They put, see like the candy, all the stuff's kind of starting to get put out. A big cereal display over here as well. You can see some more of the costumes down here that are put out. So probably by next Tuesday, everything should be out. Into the next Walmart we go. Yeah, this one was so busy. I had to park like all the way over on the side and stuff like that. Side of the whole building. That's the thing I've noticed, is some of these Walmarts that are kind of on the outskirts or where there's not a lot of stuff around as much get so incredibly busy. And then there's so many of these pickup spots too. So there's not as many, you know, places to park because of it. Look at all this stuff. Yeah, this is one of the bigger locations. I think this is probably one of the bigger ones that I know of, location-wise. So we'll see, though, too, if this one ended up putting out, like, the full Halloween section. I see some of the candies over here, though, so we'll see as well. Because I've only, like I said, I've only seen that one location, and it was really spotty, and it was just a few things put out. So haven't seen the full, you know, complete thing, and I haven't seen anything Target-wise yet either for the Halloween thing. But yeah, though, guys, in this location, look, here's a Zamboni. This one, I guess they're all running Zambonis right now. But this location, though, if you notice, though, it's like in the new release area, it's all really random older things in here, like Jack Frost collection. Here's this really very random thing. Yeah, that Walmart, though, was like impossible to show much of anything in there. It was like so loud in every single area. I was trying to find spots where it wasn't so like blasting the music and everything. It was like absolutely impossible. There's sometimes it's so hard to show stuff and everything. I like to do it like naturally, just talk over it when I can too. But we'll see today. Hopefully it's not one of those Walmart days when you don't see any, you know, new releases changed out whatsoever. But I think you know, there's going to be a couple more we're going to come across today, so I'm sure we'll see some of the stuff out. But I know there's some Tuesdays that are like that. Yeah, there ended up being a Five Below I went into, and were just stocking the Halloween section in there. So they had some of the new Squish. They had like the Gremlins one. So they had like, you know, the two different Gremlins ones. They had the bad Gremlin, of course, Gizmo, which was the main one I wanted to find. They're only $5, so very cool. And I found a box that they had just put out, and it had this really cool Art the Clown, kind of like sort of bobblehead, kind of. Sort of, I don't know if it's a bobblehead, this little statue thing, but really cool. And I saw in the box there was only like one or two of it in there, so glad to find this, because last time Five Below had like an ornament, you know, for Christmas for Art the Clown, and I missed that one. I never saw it. Into Granny's Attics Antiques we go. We'll see what they have in here. I remember I was in here a couple years back on video, and they had a bunch of movies. We'll see if they have anything, though. But yeah, this place is pretty cool, though. It has like these kind of train track things that you go around, like, you know, to walk around the whole place and everything. But there's some pretty decent stuff in here, and it's one of the better kind of like of these antique kind of mall places. And as I've mentioned, I've seen in the past in here a bunch of DVD booths. There's one really large booth that had like probably like 5,000 or more movies. So we'll see if that one's still here, though. Yeah, guys, over there, though, I went through here. It's like they're playing really loud music, like speaker right underneath of the section, though. But I'm trying to kind of go through what I can in here. Some kind of Ninja Turtles. Oh, this is those ones where they're making like the Turtles seasons in these like pizza boxes and stuff like that. Some movies down here, the bonus material, but like kind of doing the best I can to talk over the music, because like I said, there is a lot of loud music, you know, in here, you know, as well. I think Seems like it might have dropped down, but everything in here is like, I think it's $3, but it's $3 a disc, but it's $1 when you buy like 10 of them or something like that. Yeah, a bunch of older like X-Men figures down here, like some of these ones. I think these are like from the 90s. I don't know, 1994. I remember I had most of these ones back in the day when these ones came out. That's really cool. All these 90s ones down here. That's funny, a poster in here for Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. That's like a really random, you know, one to see in here. But when you kind of go through all this stuff, you can come across a decent amount of different kind of DVDs and Blu-rays kind of mixed in here. Here's a sealed copy of Turner and Hooch, and it has movie deals. It has like the sticker on it still. Very cool seeing a sealed one in there for that one though. That's a cool like backing thing there for Pulp Fiction, that thing there. But yeah, just a kind of big mixture of different things in here. Cards in here and all kinds of clothing and lots of, you know, different things. Here's some more movies over here. Like I said, you just kind of have to randomly go through and you see like different spots with different tapes kind of mixed in. Here's a tape of As Good As It Gets in here. What are they charging for like something like that? $2. And here, Little Bear. I remember that. And here, Mercer Mayo. And here, Liz and Dick. Aaron Brockovich. And it kind of goes through here. Trying to make sure I don't miss any of the spots here. Here's some more tapes over here. Some Star Trek ones over here. Some old figures over here like this. Oh, this real dusty like Batmobile, like a remote control Batman and Robin Batmobile one. Yeah, real doosty figures over here. Yeah, see, they're all full of deuce. The Joker one in here. Some Avengers things. So real random mixture, but they're all very, very doosty. Yeah, back here too, they have these like scary, like weird statue things, like, and this weird old man. I know me and Danny, the Cinestalker, once saw this guy here. Just showed him in the video. There's this weird old statues and like things in here. Here's another spot here where the stuff is kind of hidden in here, a hidden spot of movies. So Superbad, Game of Thrones, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Bad or Santa, Guardians of the Galaxy Blu-ray, Kill Bill, Clerks. So yeah, definitely just like a Simpsons movie, and then another Tropic Thunder one. So yeah, you just gotta really look through all this stuff because there's all these sort of, another 40-year-old virgin down there. Oh yeah, some Star Trek tapes in this one. And here's more of those things. The mannequin things. Into the next Target we go. But yeah, in this one though, they have a whole bunch of the Beetlejuice ones, like the Dante's Inferno ones. And I don't think I saw this one before, like the Up House for these itty bitty ones. I found recently too, like a little itty bitty, like one of the, not this size, but one of the smaller pop ones, but of Art the Clown. I could imagine them doing like one like this for Terrifier though, like a small one. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, in here though, here's some more of these different ones. This location always has a bunch more of these ones. Little Turtle one, Harry Potter one. But yeah, it doesn't seem like anything different back here though, from what I can tell though. So we're gonna head into the mall. We'll see, as always, if Macy's ends up having anything new. I always say that Simpsons wise, I'll show you guys. They're always blasting music in here, but if they have anything, I'll definitely show you guys when it comes to Simpsons wise and stuff though. But we shall see though, we shall see. Yeah, one thing guys I wanted to mention too is, you know, Claire's is down there, and it's so strange because remember I was in here last week and it was like Claire's had all the signs, or maybe the week before, and they were, you know, closing down, and now they took down all the signs, and it's so strange. It was like they must have like put up the signs and like, you know, then a company bought them out, but I feel like they almost like put them all up to try and get people to like go, oh no, Claire's is closing, and then they get like influx of sales or something. But so strange that Claire's are not closing now, they're all staying open. Into the next Target we go. In here though, I know the one thing my brother wanted me to look for is the new, there's supposed to be a new like Bigfoot squish in kind of like a new line of them, but I haven't seen anything new when it comes to squish and Target for a while now. But I've been looking, but that's one of the things too that I've been looking for here as well. Into the next Walmart we go. We'll see though if this one had put out anything new, you know, movie wise, you know, we shall see. Yeah, this location though has like, it's the same kind of thing. There's like some of the Halloween things out. You see like sporadic. This one has a few of the decorations out. Some of these frame things like Day of the Dead kind of frames. Stranger Things. So yeah, this one has a lot of the candy, some of the makeup stuff. I've seen this too, this Popeye one. But I don't know if there's going to be anything Halloween squish-wise. Here's that pretty cool Ghostface knife, kind of in the wrong random spot over here. Those are those big, like, confetti cannon things. And over here, I think that's still the school supply stuff. So, yeah, most locations seem to be still stocking the stuff, you know, out, though. All sorts of noise today. It's like every kind of weird noise you can imagine. But let's take a look in here. This is one of the ones that has everything all kind of locked into the case here. And oh yeah, so we can see here, they have like the Conjuring Steelbook, the Twisters double feature, and this is the Spirit Away one that came out today. So this one did switch the stuff out, or at least the Steelbook. So up here though, Freaky Tales and Dark Match, those ones are out like a week or two back. I'm trying to see though where the main, oh no, here they are. So here's the new stuff. So luckily enough, one of the locations has the things. So here they have Lilo and Stitch, and then, you know, on Blu-ray. Then they have a 2-pack on DVD, which has the movie, you know, the original animated movie and the new live action, The King of Kings, the Karate Kid, and they have the Blu-ray, DVD, in 4K. And then other than that, though, that's all the stuff from the past couple weeks. Checking through here, any other different ones mixed in. And then this one, let's see too, figure-wise. Let's check down here, though. I feel like this section is going to change out soon because it has been the same stuff for a while now. And I feel like, too, some of these things are going to go down in price, like the Megan figure and a couple of the other ones are probably start to go into the clearance. Heretic down there. And they do get some of the A24 releases in here. I know it's kind of sporadic, the ones they do carry. I did see someone, too, showing these kind of like, sort of Sega, kind of like diorama things that are like Sonic the Hedgehog or something like that. And they're made to look like the old Sega games. This is interesting. There's a little Wednesday, one of these kind of, they're hard to get out of here, these little, you know, little golden books for Wednesday. And there's one that says I Am Thing. That's kind of funny. So many different things that they have out now for Wednesday. And here's kind of the animation style for this one. It's pretty cool though. But yeah, though, over here though, figure-wise, pretty much the same ones. I've shown these ones before. And it doesn't look like anything. They have this one though. This one is actually, if you find the one that's the, you know, the platinum one, that's a really hard one to get. But even this one, I found this one already. That one's a hard one to get, the Deathstroke. But you always got to check though, in case they end up having the McFarlane, you know, the platinum one. Doesn't look like it though. Hear all the noise today, guys? It's like so many little sounds and everything. I know I pick up on all of them, but it definitely seems a little more noisy today everywhere I'm going. Yeah, I saw this thing in here today. I don't think I've seen this before. It's like some kind of a Nightmare Before Christmas kind of plush thing. So that's definitely a newer thing though too. And I can't remember if I showed this yet, guys. They have these that are kind of cool. The Fantas that are like the Chucky Punch. See this one? It's like Chucky, different one. They have one that's like a Michael Myers, and then one that's like a Five Nights at Freddy and things like that as well. They did those before, you know, back for Beetlejuice. Into the next Target we go. See if this one has anything different. Like I said, the main thing I'm looking for is that one squish that came out. We will see. We see that. And of course, too, is anything different figure-wise or anything like that. But that's definitely one of the main things I was looking for in here, though. We shall see. Into the final Walmart we go. All right, so we'll see, though, anything different in this one. I'm actually seeing a few new other horror things in this one, like different slipcover ones. So like this Halloween trilogy one, this It 2 film collection, Jeepers Creepers. What is this one? The Night Gallery, Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, this is a new one here, Salem's Lot. That's pretty cool. And that's a pretty good price, $7.88 for that. Nosferatu, that's a new one, the glow-in-the-dark one. Night Stalker, the complete series. Maxine, that's just, there's no special slip on that one though. The Purge, Megan down there. So a bunch of different stuff. Let's see over here. Anything different? What was down there? Let's see. Trying to make sure I don't miss anything in here today. Yeah, and this is that spot right here. Let's see anything different. But yeah, this one definitely had different things when it came to the Halloween stuff. I keep hoping too that they end up putting out the other Beavis and Buttheads, like the new series. They were going to put it out on DVD and then they canceled it. It's just something strange with Mike Judd and like physical releases of Beavis and Butthead, because back in the day they had the history of Beavis and Butthead. If you guys remember, they canceled that, and then a couple copies got out, but they never really, you know, it never officially came out. It's just, it was very strange, the whole thing with it, because those were some really good early Beavis and Buttheads that you kind of can't find. Let's see. This is sort of funny, this Sesame Street thing randomly back here. Yeah, this is sort of like a random mishmash clearance of things like Incredibles, like this American Psycho. Yeah, a couple of these different Sesame Street kind of things. Angel is Foreign. Not a great price on that though. It's $22 still. There's this older steelbook here of Hannibal, Sinister. That's sort of funny, these older things back here, but very random. What are the rings down there? Really interesting though. And here's some of the Megans. This is the, it's still the same price on that one though, but that's definitely going to end up being cheaper, I would think. But yeah, and this one too, this stuff isn't locked up, so you can see the Lilo and Stitch, $19.99 for the DVD, $25.99 for the double pack. The King of Thieves, I'm sorry, the King of Kings one there. Karate Kid Legends. So yeah, you can see all this stuff out at this one. I didn't see like any different figures though. They have Rumpelstiltskin down here. But yeah, these are the new ones today. The Conjuring, Twisters, and the Spirit Away one. There's a big like standee here of like wrestlers here. I've not seen though any of those John Cena's. Like I've seen some people showing pictures of them, and there's like 6 million of them. And it's like it's more than you can imagine. But I have yet to see any of those ones show up. The one of him like saluting and stuff like that. I think they're saying it's going to be like one of his last figures or something like that, or as a retirement figure or something like that. But yet, I've not seen it. There's these things here too. These are very random. Little like Scooby-Doo, Rick and Morty, Looney Tunes, Powerpuff Girls, Tom and Jerry. Those are cool. All $12.97. Definitely have not seen those, but it doesn't look like they have one of those toy things to spark your collection. Like I said, it's so funny how the one near me is like the only location I've seen anywhere that set one of those things up. Doesn't seem like they're anywhere else. So kind of funny how, and here's this thing I showed you, and look, there's more of these ones. There's a Lilo and Stitch one, and then there's this kind of like thing too. Yeah, back here too, I was checking just to see if I saw any of those ones, but no, doesn't look like any of the John Cena ones. There are some different ones that I don't recognize seeing in here though. Yeah, this location, guys, it has some of the Halloween things out. It doesn't look like any like plush or anything, but it's the same kind of thing. It's like they're starting to add some of the things out. So it's a lot of like the candies or like the Wednesday Gushers and the multi-pack things. But yeah, they're starting to come out. So by next Tuesday, I'm suspecting pretty much all the stuff should be out for these areas. Anyway though, guys, that was all for my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Also though, in the comments below though, let me know what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K if you guys ended up picking up anything today. Also too, let me know if you guys saw anything in the theaters this past weekend or anything that you guys have watched on streaming. This past weekend, I saw a couple of different things. I saw this movie with Sophie Turner, Trust, which was kind of an interesting movie. It was like this actress kind of gets kind of trapped in this room, hiding from these people. The movie kind of reminded me a little bit of that Mishka Barton movie, Walled In. It kind of had that feeling a little bit. I feel like everybody kind of forgot about that movie. It kind of had that feeling to it a little bit. The other one that I saw was the new Coen brother, or Ethan Coen movie that he, directed and he co-wrote with his wife, Honey Don't, which I like the movie. I didn't like it as much as Drive Away Dolls. I like Drive Away Dolls a little bit more. Both of them, both movies had Margot Qualley. This one had Aubrey Plaza as well. And I thought they were both great together in this one. But it wasn't like perfect. I still did really like it. It had like, it just kind of was kind of a little like the story and stuff kind of went in a lot of directions and stuff. And like, sort of like, didn't lead to a lot in some of the areas. The other movie that I saw this past weekend is the new Sydney Sweeney movie, Americana, which I really wanted to see too because Paul Hauser is in it. And, he's been in so many movies. And I always think too, and I sent a review to him for Richard Jewell, and he wrote back, "Are you and Wet movies still beefing?" So that was like when I knew that he knew of the video. So I always watched, ever since I knew that he, was aware of the videos and stuff, I'm like, I watch everything that he's in just because because I'm like, well, I appreciate him, you know, watching the stuff early on and being aware of my things. So thank you so much, Paul, for watching the content over the years. But I really liked the movie. I really did. And I thought Halsey, too, did a great job. Out of the things I've seen her in, she gave a great performance in this one, too. I liked it. It kind of had like a Pulp Fiction kind of Tarantino sort of feel to it. But I really kind of liked it. I really did. I think it's definitely worth checking out, though. But anyway, though, guys, now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. Now, before we get to reviews, we have two unboxing here here to show you guys from Epic Pictures from their Dread Presents line. And there are two different ones here. So here we have the first one here. So I'll show you guys all the stuff that's in here. So it has like a newspaper. Always have to be very careful for the Excelsior. So let's see. So here's the newspaper clipping. And it has breaking news. And it's like the Scarecrow, you know, killer. That's really cool. It's on here, and then I move this Excelsior, not spill it everywhere. Gotta be very careful. I'm always like getting the Excelsior all over the place. So in here, we have Property of Benny, these little crayons. In here, we have a, and this is to promote the movie Dice Reloaded is the name of the film. And here's a poster for the film Dice Reloaded. And I think the movie is out now, I believe, to rent on, you know, streaming and everything. You guys can rent the film, I'm pretty sure. Here's a bag here. Let's see, what is on here? There might be a card that says exactly. Let's see. What is this bag? Let's see if can I get this thing opened? Let's see. There's something in here. It almost seems like jelly beans or something, but it's like some kind of rocks or... Oh, yeah, it's candy corn. So it's candy corn in there, in the bag. And then there's Dice t-shirt, a t-shirt from the movie, Dice Reloaded, and a, like a bag for it as well. Yeah, like a bag. Like I said, I believe this is out on streaming now to watch, Dice Reloaded. And the other one, I believe, is coming out next month that I'm going to show you guys to theaters. I think it's like 2 nights, I believe. I think it's next month. I don't think it's happened yet. Let's see, and this is for the Jester, too. I know the first Jester is out, like I've seen it on Tubi and a lot of different places. Really fun, you know, slasher film, the first one, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the second one. Oh, yeah, it has a thing in here that says, only in theaters September 15th and 16th. So this is so it's going to go in theaters September 15th and 16th. And then there's a, like a thing on here, too. Oh, yeah, they have it kind of talks about what's in here and a QR code. But then inside of here, we have a box here. What's in this? Let's see. Oh, these like... What are these? Sort of like... I do not know what these things are. Some kind of streamers or something? I have no idea what these things are here. I couldn't tell you. They might be some kind of a streamer type thing or something. And then we have a poster here for the Jester 2, which is in, like I said, on theaters, you know, September 15th and 16th for the Jester 2 here. And then there's a Blu-ray for the first one, which is available now. And like I was mentioning, I saw that it was on Tubi as well. And there's a sticker, some playing cards, Jester playing cards here. And then a little Tootsie Roll. Is there a t-shirt? Yeah, so a t-shirt for the movie, as well as a bag as well. So very cool. And then some more candies as well, and a little bag for the film as well. But now we're going to go on to the new Blu-ray and DVD reviews. Now, the first one I have here, this is a really cool release. This is from Lionsgate Limited. And I've never seen them do one in this kind of a case. And when I saw that it was coming out, I thought it was almost going to be just kind of like a, you know, made to look like a VHS. I didn't know they were actually going to put it in like an old school case. So it's very cool. This is a movie here called Freaky Tales, which has Pedro Pascal in it, Ben Mendelssohn. It's a really interesting, you know, anthology film. It has on here, though, the Blu-ray and the DVD are included in here. So I didn't know for sure if it had both, but it has the Blu-ray and the DVD in here, and they're kind of on top of each other. There's 2 different ones in here. And there's also included these little stickers that you can put onto the box to kind of customize it. And basically, it's kind of got an old school, sort of like a creep show type vibe, but it's kind of like one of those ones where it's a little bit like Coffee and Cigarettes, where all the characters kind of, they don't all interact, but you see like different perspectives. And you, for example, these characters that are movie theaters, and you see it follows around one group of them, then it follows around another group of them, and kind of what happens. It's a really interesting anthology, kind of horror, but then like science fiction and a lot of different kind of genres mixed into one. It has on here, though, a commentary track on here, the writer and directors on here. It also has on here some featurettes, gag reel on here as well. But really like this movie, really, really fun. The next one here, this one was from Sony, and I saw this one in theaters as well. And this is the Karate Kid Legends, and this is the newest Karate Kid film. And I like this movie. This is basically, it's kind of, it's almost like it's, taking the original series and then the Jaden Smith series, because Jackie Chan's character was in that one. It's kind of putting those two into one. And basically, though, it's this one kid who's kind of learning karate, and basically he starts to learn from Jackie Chan's character, and then it's kind of like, how Ralph Macchio's character comes into it, but it's basically, it sort of has a feel of like a reboot, a little bit to the original film, like a little bit, but I actually really like this one. I thought this one was really well done. It has on here, though, Blu-ray exclusives. It has deleted scenes, gag reels, some featurettes on here. Also includes Becoming the Karate Kid featurette on here as well. The next one here, this one, these ones are from Warner Bros. They sent over free copies to let you guys know these ones were available. And this is available for the first time here on 4K. And from High Def Digest, I'm going to show you too the Steelbook edition of this one and another one as well. But this is the Conjuring, available for the first time on 4K. And I always remember when this one first came out, like when I first saw the trailer for this, how creepy it was, especially the clapping hands. And this is one of those movies, though, that genuinely is very, very creepy. It's kind of a little bit like, as creepy as like The Changeling, that movie, which was incredibly scary. It kind of has that sort of feel to it. And it's the one too, like out of all the Conjurings, that this one just felt the most naturally creepy. And it's because you never had really seen these characters before either, so you kind of didn't know what you were in for. And I thought it was really well done. It has on here, though, a bunch of different featurettes on here on the film, but a great movie if you guys have not seen it. The other from Warner Bros. They sent over to let you guys know that was available as a new Western film, which has Pierce Brosnan and Samuel L. Jackson. It's basically kind of like a revenge type film about this kid coming to the town and then sort of dealing with the sheriff, who's played by Pierce Brosnan. It's a movie here called The Unholy Trinity. And like I said, just want to let you guys know that this one was available if you guys are fans like Western films and things like that. This one is the Unholy Trinity. And this one's here were from High Def Ninja. Over 2 steelbooks to show you guys, and the first one was I was mentioning, the Conjuring 4K steelbook here. And here's a look, though, inside for this one. So it has a digital code, but inside, here's a look at the back for this. Like I said, really creepy movie if you guys have not seen this. And it's basically a family in a house, and something creepy is going on, and they call the Warrens to kind of help and help figure out what's going on if the house really is haunted, because their characters kind of go and look into hauntings and things like that. The next one here, this is a really cool steelbook from Warner Bros., and this is the Twisters double feature. And this has both of the Twisters films, the original film and the brand new movie. I actually like the way this one is designed. And this one has on here, this is the limited edition 2-movie steelbook, includes the 4Ks and then the digital codes for both the films here. So just keep in mind, though, this edition only has the 4Ks of the film. So if you guys don't have 4K, I wouldn't get this one if you don't have 4K capacities. But really, really cool steelbook here. The next ones here were from A24, and the first one, this was such a fun movie, and it was like, and it has the one actor in here, Tim Robinson, who is from all those kind of viral clips when he's like, "You sure about that?" And that was like a, I think the show is called I Think You Should Leave, but this is a movie here called Friendship. And I said, this is from A24, and I love this movie. It's basically, though, Paul Rudd meets Tim Robinson's character, and he sort of seems like he's kind of okay at first. It's kind of like, the best way to describe this is almost like The Cable Guy. It has that sort of kind of feel. Also, like The Cable Guy mixed with like a movie called Chuck and Buck, which is like one of my favorite movies of all time, that Mike White was like one of his earliest movies that he was in, and he was one of the writers of. But it was a great movie about kind of just obsession and just weird sort of things. And this is the same kind of thing about Tim Robinson's character becoming friends with Paul Rudd, and then also Paul Rudd's friend group. And it gets excessively stranger as things go along. And it's kind of one of those things where they kind of want him to go away, and he just won't. And it just gets weirder and weirder, and he's always there. It's an excellent movie. It has on here, though, a commentary track with the writer and director on here, as well as the director of photography, and also has deleted scenes on here, a Q&A, extended garage scene on here. And then also, too, is included is postcards. So in here, look at the disc. And then there are postcards for the movie included as well, like some stills and images here as well. But like I said, great movie. And I always love these kind of things, kind of dealing with people that are stalkers or obsessed and that type of stuff. Like I said, like Chuck and Buck was always one of my favorites. So I really like that this movie has that sort of feel to it, which not a lot of movies do. That kind of just like true obsession. If you guys have never seen that one, though, too, that's definitely one that I feel like if it came out now, A24 would probably, release it. The next one I got here is from A24 as well, and this movie as well was so creepy. This is from the directors who did this also did Talk to Me, which that movie was, I would say that movie was incredibly creepy, but this one, Bring Her Back, I think is creepier. And especially there's a thing in here involving this knife that it's just, to me, like, I always had, like, a thing about teeth, and I always think about, like, Ren and Stimpy, and the one when they had, like, the nerve endings of the teeth, and the teeth are coming out. Like, anything involving teeth and that kind of stuff always really creeps me out, like, especially, like, the movies like The Dentist and any of that kind of stuff. So there was an aspect in here with a knife. Without ruining what happens, it is just so, like, oh, jeez. But essentially, though, this is about these two kids that end up having to move in with their aunt, and the aunt has her kid there, and there's something really strange about her son. The way he's acting, he seems off, he seems strange, he's doing weird things in the house, and essentially, it's kind of like the slow build-up of realizing what in the world the aunt is up to and what is going on with this kid. But it is so creepy. It's a slow burn creepy that just keeps getting creepier and creepier. But even though Talk to Me I thought was so scary, this creeped me out a little bit more. This one has on here, though, a commentary track on here with the directors, the making of on here, featurette, and then it also has on here some, of the postcards in here as well from the film. But like I said, very, very creepy movie. Highly recommend this one, guys. The next one here, and I'm glad that they decided to do a physical release. I didn't think that they were going to do a DVD of this, and this is from a line from Paramount called Paramount Scares. And it's a movie here called Locked. And this one I saw in theaters. It has Bill Skarsgård and Anthony Hopkins, and it was a great movie, but it didn't look like there was going to be a physical disc. And I'm so glad that, like, nowadays people are wanting more and more things on discs again, so we're kind of seeing it happening more. So I'm really glad. I don't know. I like that there's, for most movies, you can get a physical copy of stuff. I don't like when you can't. There's something weird about that. It almost makes the movie feel like it doesn't exist if you can't physically have it. I don't know. It's just a weird way I always see it. But this is a great movie. It's basically Bill Skarsgård's character breaks into this car, and it's like this super high-tech car that's owned by Anthony Hopkins. And when he breaks in, he gets trapped in the car, and Anthony Hopkins is talking to him through a camera and basically teaching him a lesson. It's him kind of trapped in this car and kind of what happens to him trying to get out. And it gets worse and worse for Skarsgård's character, but great movie and really, really well done here. The next one here, this one was from Paramount as well, to let you guys know that was available. And this is the series here, NCIS Origins. So the Origin series here. And this is a brand new series. So this just started airing. And this has on here the NCIS Origins Season 1, the story behind the story, retro crime solving, the sets and styles of NCIS Origins, and a gag reel is included on here as well. And here's a look in the discs in here. The next one here, this one was from Mill Creek. And this was, I wanted to let you guys know that was available. And this was Ultraman Decker D here. And this is the complete series and movie. And here's a look, though, inside. So it has Ultraman Decker, the series, and Ultraman Decker finale, Journey to Beyond, which are the ones that are included inside of here. And there's also a little card, which is included, too. And also, the next one here, this one was from SRS Cinema. And this one, I believe, is just released on a 2-pack Blu-ray. And this is a really fun, this is Chris Seaver's films. And this is Sex Squatch and Sex Squatch 2, which were these crazy, like, sort of pervy Sasquatch movies, and it was kind of like going after these group of these kids, and it's kind of like the perverted Sasquatch. It's really funny. I got to work with Chris on some of his movies early on back in the day, like Geek War and Beyond McNasty. So I always like Chris's stuff, and these ones were actually really, really fun. So I'm glad these are available on Blu-ray in a 2-pack. The next one here, this is one, I think this is the first thing I ever remember seeing from Toe Tag Pictures, because I remember the directors sent me a copy of this one. And this is like the first time I remembered seeing something. I remember back in the day, you know, Fred would send all kinds of stuff of his films. And this is a movie here called Maskhead. And I just remember so much back in the day, like when I first saw this and I first started talking to them, and their stuff was just so insane and so crazy. And I was so like enamored with how good the effects are and how believably real everything looked. And back in the day, Fred Vogel's movies, a lot of his clips used to get leaked, like put onto like horror and gore websites, and people would think that they were real, like actual things happening to people, but they were actually just his movies, all this underground stuff, but people would kind of think that they were real. But this one has on here tons of different features, has a brand new commentary track on here with the director and the two co-directors on here, another commentary track on here, lots of different interviews on here, so lots of different extended photo galleries and blooper reel, so lots of different features on this one here. And the last one here to let you guys know that was available from Indie Picks is one here called Dial M from Maya. I just wanted to let you know that this one was available. Anyway though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.